Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Also, if you are new, welcome. I am really excited about today's cleaning video because not only is this a super motivating clean with me, but I am also going to be doing some touches of spring decorating. You may not understand why that's so exciting for me, but I have not decorated for spring in 2 years. It's just been a crazy past 2 years, and it just wasn't really something that was top of priority of doing the spring and Easter decorating. So I am really excited. 2 years ago, if you remember, we were focusing on selling our house in Wisconsin. So we were packing and downsizing and just trying to get the house in the best shape possible for selling it. So I did not decorate 2 years ago. Last year, we were doing still so many renovations in this house, it also was not priority. So to actually be in a place where I could get my spring decorations and set them out, I was super excited. So we're pretty much doing a whole house reset. I am touching every single room in this house. So that means 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, family room, dining room, kitchen, like everything is getting touched and just like put back in order. But then I am going through and I will be just adding splashes of my spring decor. It's funny because I told Bobby, I'm like, I don't want to go over the top or crazy. I just want that like sprinkle of spring and Easter vibes inside our house. And remembering what we had at our old house, I'm like, I have a lot of spring stuff. Well, it turns out that I do have a decent amount of spring stuff, but our last house, we just did not have the same spaces to decorate. Like, we had a lot less spaces. So the amount of stuff I had ended up being perfect for this house, where it was just a nice little touches throughout the house, but nothing too over the top, which was exactly what I was going for. The big thing with the kids' rooms was just doing a really good reset. I don't clean the kids' rooms regularly. Even Freya's room, like I know is only 3, but she is really good that if I tell her, hey, go in your room, clean your room, she knows how to pick up her toys, make sure her bed is looking decent. Like, she does pretty good. But once a week or so, I do like to come in here and I'll just tidy everything up because I'm in here anyway. But also then wipe things down, vacuum / mop, do all the things just to get it a really good reset. And I normally do this on the days that I know I want to strip beds, because like I said, if I'm going to be in here anyway, it makes sense for me just to go in and clean it all up. So this is definitely not something that happens on a daily basis, that I go into the kids' rooms and clean their rooms for them. I definitely think it is very important to give your kids specific chores and responsibilities in the house. And honestly, even at 3 years old, Freya does a really good job with this stuff. But I do like to come in and still give it a deeper clean, because it can get dusty and gross quickly, and I just can't expect them to. Well, I could expect them, but it would never get done to the way I would want it done when it comes to actually wiping things down and making sure it's really nice and clean. Also, yes, I do still need to do a second coat on the inside of these closet doors. It's just one of those things of, do you guys ever start a project and it's like, you're so exhausted by the time you're pretty much done with it that you're like, oh, that last little step can wait? I do that often, so I need to get in here and do that. But I have so many different projects on my plate right now that I am like working on, that I'll get around to it. I still have to redo Freya's room. She really wants a princess room, so that's coming up. I actually recently just got the stuff in the mail to do her room. We're doing a backyard makeover coming up. I've actually started working on that yesterday. That's a lot of work. I'm exhausted just from the work I did yesterday, and I have a lot more to get done the next couple of days. Yeah, just a whole lot coming up on this channel when it comes to changing things around in this house. So if you guys follow on our family vlog channel, Cambriea and Bobby, which is more of a Bobby's perspective of our life channel, you will see that Bobby does a ton of stuff in our house. And I always get questions about, like, why don't we see him helping? Like, I shouldn't be the only one cleaning. And a lot of that has to do with, when it comes to cleaning, I do the majority of it. Just the way it is. The kids have chores. Bobby does help me out, but there is a lot of stuff he does behind the scenes, outside, things like that, that it really just evens out. He's got his chores in the house. I've got my chores in the house, and it works out. But with us working on the pool area and stuff, and that's something that I've been taking on, he has been obviously helping a lot inside, because if I'm outside, like, the inside is just not getting kept up with the way I would like it. My daily, like, chores of going through the house are just getting more neglected. So he actually, and it was by request of you guys, filmed a cleaning video that's going to go up on our family vlog channel. I honestly can't wait to see it, because I feel like he knows how to clean. Like, I know he knows how to clean, because he is amazing at helping in the house when I'm either not feeling well or not around or whatever. If I am busy with a different project, he's amazing with that stuff. But usually it's just like basic tidying up. So I saw the house all clean when he was done, and he did a fantastic job. But I am curious to see the video and, like, how he cleans compared to how I clean. He should know what products to use, just because he sees what I grab on a daily basis. But yeah, that is coming up. I don't know when he wants to post that one, but I know he did that yesterday, which I am extremely grateful, because, like I said, I was exhausted. The stuff we're doing in the pool area is very, like, tiring to get it all done. But I'm really excited to get it done. So to have him literally top to bottom get the house clean, it was very, very nice. Now, when it comes to the kids' bathroom, this is another situation where normally I have the kids clean it up. However, I do come in here usually about twice a week and give it a really good cleaning. I'm trying to teach them how to, like, clean around the toilet correctly, especially since they don't always have the best aim. So I want to, like, get the walls, get the baseboards, get the floors, all of it. But I definitely like to come in here regularly and just make sure everything is all wiped down and not smelling like urine. This is real life, mom life. If you have children, you get it. And for some of you, if you have a husband, you get it. So, but yeah, I was happy though to get those areas of the house dealt with. On this day pretty much was just starting from one side of the house to the other. So that's why I worked in Bjorn's room, I worked in Freya's room, I worked in that bathroom. That's that back hallway you see right here. That's their rooms, and I'm just working my way through because pretty much the entire house needed a reset. So I'm like, well, if I start on one side and work my way to the other, I know I won't forget certain areas. And that's always the way I do it when I'm looking to do like the entire house. If I'm looking to do every single area of the house, I do like to go through it one side to the next side, because then I know it gets done really, really well. Yeah. So I will say though, I wasn't planning on decorating for spring or Easter on this day, but Bobby started decorating outside for spring and Easter, which he was really excited about, because just like I haven't decorated in 2 years for Easter, he hasn't decorated in 2 years for Easter. So he was really excited. He was pulling everything out. That video is actually already up on our family vlog channel of our outdoor Easter decorating, but he had brought in the inside Easter. So I was like, you know what? I'm cleaning everything anyway. I just want to do some touches. And yeah, it just gave me so much joy. Like this wreath, I forgot I had this wreath and how much I love it. It just gave me so much joy to be able to bring this stuff out after I was done cleaning, and the kids got home from school and just got to see everything. It just made my whole day. It was something that, like I said, I haven't done it in years. And I love decorating for the holidays. Sometimes a little bit more over the top, sometimes a little bit more subtle. But I just feel like it gives the house that like hominess, freshness, that a lot of times I'm missing. I like to change things up, and this was just like the perfect little change up. Like I said, nothing too over the top, but just enough to really give it that fun Easter vibe. So you will definitely have to let me know if you guys decorate for Easter. I feel like Easter is a hit or miss if people actually decorate for it. Same with spring. I feel like spring is something that people either do it and love it, or they completely skip over it, because it is one of those things of it's not completely necessary. You can definitely just leave your house normal when it comes to spring. But I love these little touches. This is something that just brought me so much joy to bring all of this out. And like I said, it's funny because in our last house, this was a lot of spring decorations. Like, I did not have the areas to decorate like I do in this house. So these decorations definitely were something in the last house that made it feel a lot more over the top, where here I feel like it was just a nice little touch throughout the house, and I really, really enjoyed that. So next week is when my life gets so crazy. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but I can't remember now. But next week, I've got literally appointments almost every day except Thursday. I think Thursday is the only day that we don't have something planned for. Kids have science fair, field trips, doctor's appointments. Bobby is going up to Wisconsin to hang out with some family and friends for a couple weeks starting next week, which I know he's super excited for. We'd always try and make the time for him to hang out with some of his military friends. We find it to be very, very important that he stays connected. So we got some good deals for him to go up to Wisconsin come next week. So he is doing that. And yeah, life just gets crazy come that point. So I am definitely making sure that some of my bigger stuff is done before he leaves. And on top of that, actually, when he is in Wisconsin, my sister and her kids are coming down because that's during their spring break. So lots going on starting next week. But I do know I had some people asking about a after dark clean with me, and you guys know me. Normally, I don't do after dark clean with me's because when it's nighttime, I don't do a ton of cleaning. I hang out with the kids, and mostly Bobby and I hang out. That's like Bobby and our alone time. So I don't do a lot of cleaning at night. However, with Bobby going up to Wisconsin for 2 weeks, I will probably clean at night because we just don't have that same schedule. And once the kids go to bed and it's just me, I might as well tidy up the house. So I have been listening to your guys' request, and I will be doing an after dark clean with me coming up very soon. And I am doing some more like homemaking type stuff in these videos. I know I have a video coming up where I'm really excited. I just got a new bread box for my kitchen because I have been all about my bread machine lately, making bagels and fresh bread and all this stuff. So I'm going to be sharing that coming up very, very soon. But I definitely want you guys to let me know, like, what else do you guys want to see in my videos? Obviously, I'm a cleaning channel, mommy channel, like that's the main thing of my channel, but I know you guys like some of this other homemaking, real like mom life type stuff in here, and I would love to know what you want to see in any upcoming videos. You guys and your opinions matter greatly to me because obviously these videos, I make them for you. So I want you to be able to enjoy them and give me all the input. What are you guys looking for? And I will try and fit those all together. I've been really enjoying the last couple of videos I've been working on with more homemaking stuff. And like I said, we've got some decorating videos coming up, a bunch of just really cool content in the very near future. So I did recently have someone ask about the counters in our kitchen. So the counters in our kitchen are quartz. I did a lot of research on counters and what we wanted to do in this house. And I will say I was actually surprised when actually doing the research, because if you guys are like me, like you probably heard like quartz is so durable, it's so much better than granite, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. Well, actually, from the research I found, they're very comparable. Like, there's certain thing with quartz, you don't want to accidentally put a hot pan on it because it can burn. Like, it can leave a burn mark. You want to make sure you're using hot pads and stuff. They can still stain. Luckily, I have found Magic Eraser, and Barkeeper's Friend has gotten out bright pink or blue slime stain that I have gotten in my counters. But I did end up going with quartz, honestly, because of look. When I did the research, maintenance-wise, you really have to take care of your quartz and you really have to take care of your granite. So when it came down to it, I was like, well, then at this point, I just care about the way it looks. Like, I want to make sure I like the way it looks. So I wanted to bring that up because, like I said, I know one of you guys asked that recently in my comments. And I have no idea. I'm pretty sure my backsplash is glass. I got it from Floor & Decor. Love this backsplash. And I think it was just a glass backsplash. It was time for a lunch break, though. Freya has been obsessed with these grilled cheese and ham sandwiches, so I was quickly going to take a break and make her and I a quick, like I said, lunch before moving on with the rest of the house. So you got to remember that there is stuff going on behind the scenes of these videos. I don't often show stuff like this. Like, my videos are often just cleaning videos. But I feel like it's really easy, one, to forget, like, it can be tiring to clean your entire house. Like, you guys see it sped up and everything, and it's easy to forget everything else that goes on. So I figured this was just a nice moment to show, like, we do sit down and take a break and have other things to get done during the day. But yeah, if you guys have been looking for a new lunch for your kids, like I said, Freya has been loving these sandwiches. And then into Xander's room. Xander's room, when it comes to the kids, is literally the least I have to do throughout the house. Like, his room, he is very good at staying on top of. Now, I will say, before school, like, I am the mom that does not get her kids up an hour before school. Like, I let them know when we need to leave the house, the things they need to have done before we leave the house, which are pretty basic. Like, if you want to eat something, eat something. I'm not a breakfast person, and I've never pushed it on my kids. Plus, our school does offer free breakfast. So pretty much my things are deal with the animals real quick. So we just make sure that they get let out to go to the bathroom and stuff, basic stuff. Brush your teeth, put on some deodorant. I'm trying to teach the boys now. They haven't quite hit the, like, stinky boy stage. But I'm trying to teach them the habit of putting deodorant on now, so that when they do hit that stinky boy stage, they are not the stanky one in class. But it's basic stuff. And for both of them, that means they get up 10 minutes before school. That gives them enough time to let the animals out, brush their teeth, put deodorant on. Neither of them eat breakfast at home. Actually, I think Xander doesn't even eat breakfast. He normally just waits till lunch at school. And we are out of the house. So, needless to say, I don't worry if they've made their bed in the morning. I don't worry about any of that. Normally, when it comes to those chores, I will have them do it when they get home from school, which is why on the days that I come through and do these moppings, vacuumings, dustings, cleanings, I know they're always really excited because they get home from school knowing their chores that need to get done, and to come home, and they never know the day that I'm going to be working on this stuff, but to be able to come home and the house is just done and their rooms are completely clean and they can just play their video games, go outside on the trampoline, whatever they want to do, they're always super, super excited. But then off into our room, nothing too crazy going on in here, just making the bed, stuff like that. This was later in the day, and I usually don't wait this long to clean my room, but like I said earlier, I was trying to work from one side of the house to the other, and my room and our bathroom is just the furthest room on the list. Oh, that is the other thing I had to deal with this day. I had a ton of laundry that had to be put away. It had already been washed and dried, and I just had not put it away yet. You actually saw me doing that earlier with Freya's clothes also that was in her room. I had just gotten behind on actually putting stuff away. Now, the nice thing is because I've gotten to where the boys each have their own laundry baskets, when I do the boys' laundry, they put it all away. So I'll wash it. Sometimes I'll have Xander wash his own because we're working on that skill of being able to wash your own laundry. But even if I'm washing it, I put it in the basket, put it in their room, they put it all away. Very easy. So mainly the laundry that I'm dealing with is towels, Freya's clothes, my clothes. Bobby actually even puts his own clothes away. So that's why I will like put stuff in their designated places. And then I will put his stuff back in the basket and he ends up putting it all away. He's got his own system of organizing and things like that. So I just separate it, put it in the closet, and he usually deals with it later that night. He's really good at that. And that is something we have done since the pretty much very beginning of us getting together. I did not fold and put away his clothes unless we were like doing it together, which we do sometimes where I'll be like, hey babe, come into the bedroom, I've got everything washed, and then I'll put all my stuff away, and if he's still working on his stuff, I help him put it on hangers, fold it, whatever, just so we can knock it out super quickly. But yes, that is one thing that since the day we got married, we have always separated our laundry, where he deals with his laundry and I deal with my laundry when it comes to folding and put away. But washing, like, for when I say I don't love cleaning, doing the laundry, it honestly has nothing to do with washing and drying. I could wash and dry clothes all day. That is not my issue. It is always just the folding and putting away. So having that boundary of you do yours, I'll do mine, makes life so much easier. But as you see, I moved into the bathroom. So for the most part, the bathroom just needed its basic wipe downs, counters, toilet, things like that. But the big thing is I did want to get into the shower and do a deeper scrub on the corners and stuff. I wipe down my shower when I am showering pretty much every evening, but there are certain corners in the shower that still get that like pink mildew that builds up. So I like to go in there and give that a really good scrub when I start noticing that. Now, when it comes to cleaning the grout, my favorite is this Zepp grout cleaner. It is amazing. Absolutely love it. And then I just use this little angle brush. I love this because the bigger portion of it is like shaved to be like a triangle. So it gets in all the corners and stuff really, really well. And then it has that tip brush that helps in the really like awkward areas that it's hard to get a brush in. It works amazing. I found this brush on Temu, which, by the way, who also was like, oh my goodness, Temu isn't called Temu when you watch the Super Bowl? I think we all were. I'm still gonna call him Temu because I've tried to call him Temu and it just sounds weird now. I feel like we were all calling it Temu, and then the Super Bowl commercials came out and basically told us we were all wrong, which is really funny because, like, I love them. I've worked with them, but I've also, like, just bought stuff because I just really enjoy some of the stuff they have on there. So I've worked with them like 2 or 3 times and they've never corrected me calling them Temu. So I am taking them never correcting me that I can just keep calling them Temu instead of Temu. Yeah, that was a little like random little thing, but it got me thinking. That is where I got this brush. Like I said, I've gotten a couple things from them. I got a lot of stuff from them. And this brush is one of my favorites, like I said, just because of the angle and the little like tip piece to get into the corners. It just works really, really well. Also with this Zepp cleaner, literally I spray it on and it's not 30 seconds and I'm wiping it off. Like, it does not take much scrubbing at all. I did have someone recently ask about like resealing the grout after using this, and really grout should be resealed about once a year to once every other year. So same situation when it comes to this stuff, because yes, over time the sealant will deteriorate from any good cleaner that you're scrubbing onto your grout. So you will want to do that in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.